Okay, hello everybody. My hair is all messed up. We just came back from the store and had a little nap, and actually it went pretty good today. But I got some stuff and I'm gonna do a little bit of a shopping haul. Now, I'm gonna bring you just a little bit closer. This is kind of my little craft area. If I can zoom down enough, there's the shelf and then there's some stuff here. But anyway, I'm gonna show you what I got and tell you what I'm gonna do, and then when I do it, then I'm going to tape that as well. So this is from the dollar store. Does anybody else like the smell of honeysuckle? I don't think it really smells like honeysuckle, but it smells good. It just doesn't really smell like honeysuckle. That came from the Dollar Tree. Jamie got this mitt to wipe off the dust from the New Mexico dust from, that would be good for dusting the house too. Anyway, to wipe the dust that settles on the windshield of the vehicle. I have to have a bold pen, and I found these little jewel ink pens from the Dollar Tree. They don't last very long, but they got a pretty bold mark, and if I don't write in dark bold, I can't see my own writing. I can write all day long, but if it's not a really, well, that's the second time I dropped it. If it's not like a really bold mark, then after I write it, I can't read it because I have really, really bad eyes. Okay, so I am getting ready. This was cheap, the Dollar Tree. At some point, I'm going to make a shelf to go on the wall, and I'm going to make it out of cardboard, which is a pretty cool process. It'll look like wood when I'm done. But anyway, I got this cheap Elmer's like glue to do that with. And I've been wanting, I keep my fingernails really short. I can't stand for my fingernails to be long. But I got me this, like, it looks white on here, but it's ever so slightly pink. So I decided that I'm going to start painting my fingernails. This is like a very light pink, almost a skin tone. I don't use bright colors. Did you know it's a rule among the royal family that they don't use bright colors as fingernail polish? But it's also, it was forbidden for women in World War II that were from Germany to wear deep red lipstick. They had to wear very muted colors. It was a rule. So the victory, all of the English and the Americans, women wore really bright red lipstick in defiance. It was like the victory color, bright red lip. But I just prefer not having bright colors. And that's just a little history. Oh, and I got these. They're fingernail art that I can just put little rainbows and things on my fingernails. Maybe I'll have my fingernails done up when I do some of my arts and crafts. I have decided that my life has been droll and sad enough. Jamie buys the kids' Crest because he's got a sensitive mouth and he can't stand like hot toothpaste or anything like that. Okay, so the desert's dry and you can't grow anything hardly. But I got a space out here under my swamp cooler. It's always shady there, and it's always damp because the water from the swamp cooler drips out there. So I got the bright idea. There's grass growing under there. And I got the bright idea that I am going to plant impatiens under the swamp cooler just to see how well they do. Now, it was 27 degrees when we got up this morning, so I will have to wait until, the overnight temperatures get up to the point where it's not going to freeze them. But I'm going to plant these impatiens outside under the swamp cooler. And I got a yard flag and some other things that I thought I would put out there. I decided I was only going to do things that was like super, super cheap and or free in my yard. So, let me see what else I got here. We got some deodorants. I buy everything I can from the Dollar Tree. Although, you have to watch it. Because every now and then, you'll think, oh, this would be cheaper at the Dollar Tree. It's like $1.25. But, then you go to Walmart and you see it for 99 cents. So, you do have to be careful. Not everything there is... this came from Walmart. I always buy these G2 pens because they're really dark ink and it's black, you know, big thick line so that I can actually see what I've written. And I bought these, I don't know, I guess they're lava rock. Can you see those? Lava rock beads. I'm going to make prayer beads. And, you know, just to remind yourself that you've prayed, you can just go through like 10 of them and you say, Dear Lord Jesus, watch over so-and-so. Dear Lord Jesus, heal so-and-so. You know, and it helps you keep track of how many times you prayed. I'm just trying to find crafty things to do. But I know my daughter made me one of these one time. And I loved it. It was like a turquoise color. But these I like these little black ones. And I think I'm going to go on Temu and buy me a cross to go on the end of it. That's just something fun to do. But it also helps you keep track of your prayers. But this is a whole thing of polished hemp string. Black polished hemp string. So that'll be fun. Now, there's a few other things down in here, but I'm going to save those till later. Because all of this is projects that I'm going to do, right? Noogie wears diapers. And I have these really cool diapers for him that have Velcro. They're called belly bands for little boys that mark and pee on stuff when they shouldn't. I wonder if I could get this set up a little bit better. Let me see. Hang on just a minute. That's a little bit better, right? Anyway, so I have to wash them out because inevitably I use pads in them. And I also have another little pad I put down on the end of it because he pees a lot apparently. But I still end up having to wash them out. So I got me a pair of Playtex light gloves to use in the bucket when I wash them out. He only has 3 right now. I'm planning on getting him another pack of 3 because it's hard to keep them clean. Even though with the pads I can reuse them for him. He was, and I mentioned about this in another video, he was traumatized. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but some friends of ours got him when he was like this long, which he's not that long now, he's little, but he was just a puppy. I saw him, and I think he was about this big. And when I went to their house, and when he would see you, oh my goodness. He would just scream like you were ripping his tail off and run and hide. He was so traumatized. And that's what he did to them when they first got him. And then when they gave him to us, he went under the couch, and it took me 3 days to get him lured out. I would push his food and his water and clean up after him and stuff under a couch that we had. Dylan's trying to eat the Christmas tree. Quit, Dylan. Dylan's death on artificial flowers or anything that he looks like a plant. He wants to eat it. So he's very, very traumatized. Jamie got a remote control truck for his birthday, and he has to either take it outside or I have to take Jamie in the bedroom. And still, if he hears the motor on the remote control truck, he just goes bonkers. And the neighbors were doing something out in the back earlier, shuffling through stuff or cleaning something up, but they were making some noise. And Noogie heard them. And it was kind of funny because I was sitting in the bed, I was just waking up from my nap, and he heard them, but right at that time he looked up on the shelf and he saw Jamie's remote control truck. And you know, the truck looked like it has a face. So instantly he just went crazy and started barking. But anyway, I think it's because of his trauma. I haven't been able to train him not to mark in the house. Now, he goes outside, and he'll go outside, and I try to make sure he gets to go outside, even though I have to be really careful because there's stickers out there that get in their paws. I do let him go outside, but that he'll just come right in the house and just keep marking. So right now, until we can figure out another way to do this, he is in diapers. But these gloves will help me wash out, you know, what little bit of Tinky gets in his diapers. You know, sometimes you adopt animals and they got disabilities, you know? You got to take care of them. Anyway, so that's another project. I bought this little cubicle thing to hold my craft supplies, which this is craft supplies. It's also tools and screws and caulk and all kinds of stuff, but I got that. And I'm going to start doing my journaling, my budgeting, and everything I do. I bought some more of my favorite wax burners. Hey, Joe, would you hand me that brown book? Joe. Would you hand me that brown book right there? No, not what's on it, just the book. Just
gonna get them off.
Okay. Okay. So, back months ago, and I actually got this idea from my daughter as well. She's always full of smart, nifty things to do, but this is actually, you can see what it is if I can get it pulled apart. You see that? I'm doing this because I'm going to make me a new one. You see, it's 4 of these composition books. And I glued them together, and I can hot glue that back together. I am going to keep it. But I glued them together and then made just a brown paper backing for it. I didn't want this particular one to be very nice. I wasn't worried about that because at the time I had just started journaling and writing ideas down, and as you can see, a lot of times I don't even know what I wrote down here. Sometimes I write in marker, really big marker, and like here, because I can't see, and if I'm wanting to see something without my glasses especially, and I still can't hardly see it with my glasses because my eyes are bad, but I just scratch anything I want to say or do in this book, but I haven't tried to make it decorative or do anything special with it. And I still use this book. It's just like, oh, my book. I love my book. But I decided I am going, for this coming year, I am going to make me a new one. So, let me lay this over here. I bought, and I got some ideas for it. I bought 4 more books, the composition books. But what I'm going to do, because I realized some of my problems, because the composition books are sewn together, they have a sewn binding, I'm going to take these cardboards off, these cardboard backings off, And that will leave the threads attached to the paper, you know. And then I'm going to use actually some of this black hemp thread that I bought. It's got double purpose. And I'm going to sew the papers together rather than glue the backs together. So it will make a book. And then, because I'm going to decorate, even though this is just plain lined paper, I don't care for it being kind of shredded open or anything like that. But I'm going to use these pages as like for a scrapbook. There may be times that I'll double them or something like that, but I'm going to put everything that I do in this book. I don't care if it's budgets, shopping lists, I don't care what I do, but I probably, after I sew them together, will use 2 of these backings to create a binding. I'll use some of those to create a binding, which I have done that for books before. You know, rebound books. But then I got this at the Dollar Tree as well. It's a whole lot more expensive at Walmart. But I got this faux leather. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's really pretty. Just $1.25, and it's just enough to make a back for my book. And it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to do that. That's one project I'm going to do. You know, it's so hard to keep up with everything, but I'm going to do these projects because I really, really want them done. So another thing that I did, you know, I got me some Equate brand light Mucinex, but it really helps me in the morning get straightened up. But this stuff is like $8. Okay, so I bought some file folders and some file folder hangers because I have this, if you watched my video last time where I was cleaning the file cabinet, and I have, you probably also saw, you know, like 3 or 4 boxes of papers over there that need to be sorted through, and Jamie has to do that because I can't read my own mail. Not even with the readers, I can't really, I would have to just be like, it's really hard. So he's gonna go through there, get rid of all the papers that we can discard, and gather up everything that's of importance. I need to slow down a little bit because my breathing's getting bad. But so then we're going to put all of our important papers and files in the filing cabinet. So that's one thing done. Okay, so another thing that I've done, I hope you're seeing all this stuff. I haven't been able to afford to do this in a long time, but I bought this over-the-door shoe holder. Now, if you've never done this before, they're made for shoes, right? So you can put all your shoes in there. But if you've never done this before, these are the most amazing things to declutter ever, because you actually use tacks and tack it to the wall. Like I'm going to put one in the bathroom and I'm going to put one in the kitchen, because I have my spices that stay out on a tray, but they're always, I'm always sorting through them trying to find my spices. And I've got a tote that's got all of our medications in it. So I'm going to use the one in the kitchen for all of our, you know, that was the hooks falling in the floor. You know, the hooks go in these holes and they go over a bathroom door, which you can do that if you're going to use one of these in the bathroom. Put it on the back of the door and just fill up all your, you can have everything, toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever you want to put in here. But like, I'm going to use this one for medicines and, but you just put your stuff in here. See how well you can see that? So you get all your medications in there and all your spices in there, and it clears the counter. So I bought 2 of those because I'm going to put one in the kitchen and one in the bathroom. Okay. So, now the rest of this stuff is little things that I bought to help me out with my journaling book. So I got 2 black Sharpies, the thin Sharpies. I got a pack of random assorted paper like you would use in a scrapbook in case I want to do that, because I'm going to do a lot of pasting and stuff. And I got this little journal. It's actually a bullet journal because it's got the little, you can't see it, but it's got the little, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got the little dots where you would make squares. And so this is a little, but I'm planning on like taking the pages out of this and putting them in my big book. So I got this little thing of construction paper, so I'll have different colors. I might do cutouts to go in it or something like that. And I got the Cosmic Crayola crayons because I thought I might use crayons, but it's the really bright colors to decorate my book. And I also bought this little notepad thing because it's got assorted colors in it as well. There's another one of those jewel pins. So, that is all of my nifty crafty stuff. And because we have been so off on clothes, I mean literally we haven't bought clothes in years. And we've had people give us clothes, but we don't really have many at all. So I have allotted everyone an allowance so that they could buy clothes each week. I haven't actually got started on clothes yet. I have a little difficulty with self-care. I've overcome a lot, but I've had a lot of self-hate. And, you know, it comes from a lot of different things, and I'm not going to get into that again, but I'm still working on self-care. But this is a step up because usually when I would go into the craft department, I would get like really, really depressed because I love crafting and I love doing fun things, but I couldn't bring myself to do anything fun. And it's just like my heart would sink in me, and I was just like, no. But I finally reached a point where I'm really ready to start enjoying life. So that's this. And, you know, this kind of got me a baseline started on the projects that I'm going to do. And each week, you know, you can buy a lot of things at the Dollar Tree, and you can buy things on sale at Walmart and stuff like that. So I'm going to slowly add stickers and other things. Don't they just have the cutest stickers at the Dollar Tree? I just love their stickers. And, you know, for $1.25, a whole page of these, like, really, really adorable stickers, I just love them. So I'm going to do that. But I am going to get started buying clothes. Now, I would love to lose weight. And I don't see me losing weight because I have been my weight for years. I've actually did lose a little bit of weight about 8 or 10 years ago. I lost about 20 pounds. But, you know, at 65, the more weight I lose, the more skin elasticity. You know, everything's just going to fall. Not that I really mind that either. I want to be healthy. And, you know, I have to find a good pulmonologist or cardiologist to make sure that I don't have any remnants of congestive heart failure left. But I wake up in the morning and my upper respiratory is just full of gunk. And it takes me, you know, I have to use an inhaler, I have to use a Mucinex, I have to do a lot of stuff, and I cough and cough trying to get it all up, and sometimes my heart flutters. I've had a little arrhythmia for a long time, so I'm going to have to find me a good specialist, and I want to stay healthy. But see, I was on a low carb high protein diet, you know, and keeping my fat down and everything. And I thought, oh, this is just going to be great. This is going to just be peachy. And Joe and my sugar, because we have a monitor, you know, with Jamie. Of course, we changed the sticker pin and everything like that, but we can use his to check. And our sugar was just falling. So I've had to add back in healthy carbs. So beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Also, this time I went to the store. I bought some blueberries and some grapes, and I bought some strawberries. So, oh, I've been watching this Facebook reel of that little girl, that little bitty girl, and she said, "I saw a strawberry," and her mom's like, "What?" And she said, "Well, strawberry," and she couldn't make it out. And finally, she was saying strawberry. I want strawberry. That's the most cute, adorable thing I've ever seen. But anyway, so trying to add back healthy stuff because we just made a quickie to the store this time to get like cookies, and you know, you don't need cookies and stuff like that. But I want to be healthy, but I don't, getting back to what I was saying, I really don't see me losing weight because I've been like fluffy ever since I was really young. I did lose weight through my teens for multiple reasons. I got down really, really thin. But that's not my natural. I stayed at 145 for years. And then I gained to like 180 before I had my kids. And that might have been depression. I don't know. And then after I had my babies, I got up over 200. I eventually got up to like 250, and I'm 5'6.5", and I, you know, but I then got down to like 230, 220. But I'm thinking if I add, I don't know if I could do it right now with my respiratory and my heart and everything the way that it is. But if I could start being active and exercising. We've considered going to the gym, but getting out even 3 times a week and driving, 14 miles there and back to the gym seems a little excessive, and it's a little hard on the truck right now because some stuff needs to be done to it. It's just juggling everything as you go forward. And we went to the emergency room last night because Jamie's got this tooth that he was supposed to have took out with surgery, and there was multiple reasons came up that he didn't get to have the surgery. One was transportation, and just because I can't drive with my eyes. I have a driver's license, but I can't drive. So he can drive, but he can't drive home from surgery, right? So So we've got to find a new medical doctor, a new dentist, and have his oral surgery to get that tooth took out. And it's, he has an extreme gag reflex. So he can't stand anything to go in his mouth. I don't even know how he eats. So he has to actually be knocked out. So anyway, I wanted to catch you up on our fun shopping trip. And I still don't have the like spring cleaning thing that I'm doing on the house done because I had to take off today. So I got to catch up on all that work, and I got to do laundry, and then we're going to continue on, and Jamie's going to sort through papers, and I'm going to help him file those, and we've still got to do the cabinets in the kitchen, all the food pantry type stuff. And there's just so much work to do, but I will try to get as much of that done as possible, and especially when I start working out in the yard, I'm going to try to get that going as well. And lots of projects, lots of things to do, tons. We've got our short list made of all the stuff that we've got to do, and it involves office trips, phone calls, paperwork, gathering papers, starting to ordering my books, starting to advertise my book, and who knows what's going to come up, because we still have I'm counting my YouTube and what I do on YouTube and social media as one, but I can add the book to that. That's one income stream. And then there's two other, for privacy reasons, I'm just not going to mention what they are. Two other income streams that we're going to start working on. And then there is, we're working slowly on investing. It's a very slow process right now, but we are working on investing. And there's one more. I'm trying to think. I could sell art, but that would kind of go in on my art online thing. I want to get started painting again, and I've done portraits and stuff, but I'm really wanting to get started painting again. But I don't have the supplies, and it costs hundreds of dollars to buy your paints and your canvases and your easel and all of that stuff that I have to get back. I'm just trying to think. There was another one or two out there that's not online, that we're gonna start working on. But the goal is to have a certain amount of money that we know will cover whatever expenses we have when we move back. And we have to do that here. And in the process, we're gonna get all of our health on top of things, and just a lot of growing and all of that. So anyway, I wanted to catch you up on that and show you my stuff. I'm really excited to get started. And when I get started, like making my big journal book and everything, I'm going to share that process with you. And hopefully it'll turn out good and you'll enjoy it. And in the meantime, I will see you on the next video. I love all of my children very, very much. That's what this means. I love all of my children very, very much. And I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.